Okay, the medium I use is this alkaloid. I don't know the name of this brand, but it's a cheapy brand. It's kind of an oil. It's a quick drying. I like to get my brushes good and saturated with that before I start, and that means painting will be dry tomorrow. Probably because of my illustration background, I tend to start up in the upper right corner. I chalk it up to that, being a pencil drawer all those years, and not wanting to get my drawing smudged. For landscapes, it's good to use any kind of ground to paint on. I always recommend to my students that they get some sort of ground, but you can use any color, gray or blue. The only color I don't recommend is like green or yellow. The reason I use red is because it counters all the greens in the landscape. So you can see here too, I pre-mixed some colors. One thing that's pretty important about how I paint is changing up the brush. You know, not just, painting everything like that. My teachers had taught me that every time you go to the palette, you should change your color up a little bit, and that's something I try and do. So you don't, well, he would always say is be a painter, don't be a house painter, right?
Yeah.
Which is brilliant advice, I think. Another good tip is a foam book for cleaning your brushes. I'll use the paper towel for wiping off excess paint, at least while we still have phone books.
Is there something special about the phone book?
No, it's just cheap paper. It's nice, it's portable, and it actually works really well, and it saves you, a 4-pack of paper towels costs,
Yes.
$3-4. I could go through a roll of paper towels in a day.
Yeah.
So it saves a little money. So I do follow my reference somewhat, but I totally advise people not to follow the reference too faithfully. You've got to make paintings, not copies of photos. The idea, though, is that you can see I'm using a brush most people would consider too large for a small painting, but that gives you more interesting painting. You don't need a lot of detail in your paintings, really. That's not gonna. Detail is very rarely gonna make a good painting. But the problem with it is that as the artist invested in all the time it took to do all that detail, you lose sight of the fact that your work's getting all tight and closed up and making people uncomfortable when they want to look at it. That's the whole idea. The point is to look at it and feel a nice feeling of freedom and relaxation, and that's what I shoot for in my work. I want a lot of interesting, pretty colors, and you can see too the nice thing. One thing I hate is, and the reason I work with a colored background is when you work with white, you have to make an extra effort to cover all the white, and you can lose some of the gestural impetus of your strokes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where here, if there's a little bit of that red peeking through, it's fine, looks fine, not a problem. And I think we'll call it a day right there.